My mum, she got diagnosed with breast cancer. Well, in fact, 3 lots of cancer she had. She had a lump removed from the lung. She was then given the news that it was terminal. And then it turned out she had 2.5 years, and then she passed away a few weeks ago. Horrified. Sad. My best friend, and I knew she wasn't going to be there for long. Heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking.
She started getting symptoms of coughing, not being able to eat properly. She had an endoscope and they found cancer of the esophagus, which was absolutely devastating. To get that diagnosis then at her age and the fragility that she was then was really heartbreaking.
I had a heart attack in 2008 and I was alright till 2010 where I had the second heart attack. I got taken into Kingsmill in April 2018 where I died twice but came back. So I was taken off the nil resus list. That's when I got married on the same day as I pegged it twice. I went for an operation where I had an LVAD fitted, which is a left ventricle assisted device. So I was under the care of the Royal Papworth Hospital since then.
I tried to ignore it to begin with because it was such a long, it felt such a long time, 1 to 2 years. I sort of just put it back, but it does make you feel lonely, very much so.
We felt like our whole world was ending. It was devastating. We thought, well, we've exhausted everything now and we're looking at, the end of our life.
Well, you're just surviving, aren't you? You realise that it's that far gone. All you are doing is clasping at the thought of staying alive. You have to accept that you might not make it. Well, you realise that you might not make it. It's that bad.
When people come to the hospice, they are not John with motor neurons disease, Pat with a lung condition, and Sue with breast cancer. They are John, Pat, and Sue, who have lived a life, who have a present, and have a future.
So when Beaumond House came, that was a great relief, and it helped really much. And they were friendly from the word go, and nothing was too much trouble.
We've been so grateful for Beaumond House because without them we would have been completely lost, completely and utterly lost. The support that has been given by all the staff here, all the nursing staff, the care staff, it's been incalculable. I mean, I can't even begin to put into words how that has affected not just me, my mum when she was alive, but all of my family as well that was involved with this place. It's just been so invaluable. I'm trying to find the words and I can't.
Beaumond House is a very good support mechanism in the sense of providing the daycare. You come in, there's things to do, there's people to talk to, staff to talk to. But if you have problems, they're there to see if they can help sort the problems out with advice and help.
When we received the diagnosis and all through the journey was scary, but as soon as Beaumond House were involved, we made friends. And every time they came, it was a joy. Doesn't matter if you've got a terminal illness, nobody's made to feel sad or anything. And if you're lonely, they make you feel not lonely. until you're here and deal with them, it's scary, but no, it's an extension of family. If people give, then services out of the Beaumond house can carry on.
There isn't one person that doesn't put their arms around you. That you come in the door, they ask how you are, what sort of day you've had, are you okay, do you need anything? And it goes right the way through, all the way through from the top to the bottom. The love and the feelings from everybody and the support from everybody. 2 or 3 of the staff attended my mum's funeral, which meant everything. Warm, just that general love and warmth that you get as soon as you walk in the door. It's not a cold place, it's not, I mean, you see the word hospice and you think hospice, hospital, cold, corridors, this, that. It's not, it's nothing like that. When you have got a terminal diagnosis of a relative that you're close to, it can be engulfing. It can engulf you to the point where you don't know which way to go and which way to turn and what to do, and you come here and this is the respite and the love and the care that you need. It's just second to none. So anybody that lives in the town, you never know if you're going to need it yourself or you're going to need it for a close relative. And I think it's a no-brainer just to give something back to something that you might need one day. It's just, yeah, if you've got a spare pound, chuck it in the Beaumond House tin. Why not?
Beaumond House provides a vital service to the community in the sense it helps people, not just the people suffering, it's the people who care for the people who are ill as well, because there's a lot of pressure on their shoulders, you know, day in and day out, and they need support as well. So by Beaumond House providing this service for the community, even if you were just to donate £1, it would mean something. It would provide something. The more you provide, the more it helps people, and there are deserving people in the community which need the help. And by donating to Beaumond House, you're helping the likes of your friends and maybe one day you.
It can be very lonely getting a palliative diagnosis for the patient as well as the carers and the family, and we've just got a whole wealth of support here. We've got the inpatients upstairs, we've got hospice at home to help support you at home, we've got day therapy to support you on a day-to-day basis. It provides therapy for the patients, but it also provides that carer respite as well. So we've got the complementary therapy. Everybody loves the sense of touch, it's very healing.
Blue is our colour, and it has been since the very beginning with our front door at Beaumond House. The colour blue got us thinking about the blue days that we all have, but especially those who are living with an illness or who have been newly diagnosed with an incurable condition, and the feelings that people might have of anger, fear, distress, frustration, and perhaps loneliness. You can be lonely when you are surrounded by people. You can be lonely if you don't have the words or wish to share your feelings. You can be lonely because the diagnosis changes your relationships with family and friends. And you may feel lonely because you do not know what is ahead. When people think of Beaumond House, they often think of the end of life care that we provide here at the hospice, but also in the community, in people's own homes. So rather than thinking of it as the end, we could think of it as the beginning, the start of a relationship with people who truly care, who will deeply listen, and who are interested in what matters to you and those you love. Every day in the hospice, our wonderful team of staff and volunteers go the extra mile in helping people with small things such as taking time to listen or cooking a favourite meal, through to other things such as helping manage someone's pain. During our Be Bright Blue campaign, we wish to raise awareness of how we can all lift someone's blue day, but especially those living with an illness or who are newly diagnosed. I would like to thank everybody who is supporting us through the Be Bright Blue campaign and in other ways. And thank you for helping us to keep on caring so that we can make the difference to people at the most difficult, challenging and perhaps lonely times of their lives. We thank you all.